The best address on TV is inspired by private property. Start your search for property now on privateproperty.co.za.
With Winner Home, you stand a chance of winning any one of our outstanding prizes just by entering our weekly competitions. On the menu tonight, the hottest room in the house when it comes to creating property value is the kitchen. This is where our 4 designer contestants face their final decor challenge.
Welcome to Winner Home, the show where entering any of our weekly competitions puts you into the draw to win a designer 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment at South Africa's premier lifestyle estate, Stain City, or a Mercedes-Benz C180 AMG, or 2 100-gram gold bars worth over 50,000 Rand each. With only 2 weeks to go, it's down to the final fixtures and finishes for our prize apartment, and the key to the front door will soon be in the hands of one lucky viewer.
Stain City's contractors are working around the clock to get the prize apartment ready.
Kim, once again, you're hard at work, and I can almost smell the cooking that'll be going on in this kitchen. What's your vision for it?
A kitchen is the center of any home, but with modern living, it's becoming more of the whole living space, openly so. More so particularly in this apartment. With that in mind, I've given them ample kitchen cupboards for storage of everything, but I've also included quite a few areas here in a charcoal for a difference or a contradiction to the crisp white everywhere. The other thing from Balformat is this amazing new finish on the side here, which looks like a worn or weathered copper.
Tiles are practical for a kitchen, but can also be trendy, giving a visual framework.
Richard, you've prepared quite an array of different tiles here for us to see. What are some of the latest kitchen tile trends?
The biggest trends that we're seeing right now is around ethnic eclecticism. So this is around different traditional designs and that have come in, but being used in very modern ways. We've also got the traditional stone finishes, very popular in South African kitchens. Glass is always a great finish because it comes in a variety of different options, combinations with stones and metallics, plus it's sealed so it doesn't allow anything into the surface. Classic square mosaics will always be popular because they work so well and they're very flexible. But we've introduced elongated tiles. They're a little bit more modern, but quickly becoming a contemporary classic.
Now, there's a hive of activity upstairs at our Winner Home Grand Prize apartment, and that has a very urban, contemporary style kitchen design to it. What kind of tiles would be suited for that?
I would definitely recommend a Metro tile. This is the classic design that was used in the Metro Underground in London. It's got a beveled edge, so it's slightly more modern finish to it. Clean, sleek lines, crisp finish, beautiful with the finishes in the kitchen.
Cobra tabs will blend design with excellent functionality.
Renelle, kitchen styles vary from country chic to contemporary urban. How does one accommodate for the different styles when it comes to taps or mixers?
It's actually quite easy, really. Let me show you some examples. Should you choose a more classic, traditional design for your kitchen, a more rounded, elegant, yet simple design would be your solution. If you have an urban, modern kitchen, something more sleek and angular would be a good solution for your design theme.
The same rule of thinking applies to sanitary ware too.
Another aspect to consider is the relationship between your stoneware and your tapware. Whether you have a vessel basin where you can actually use a raised basin mixer that actually lures over the top of the basin. In another respect, you can have a single basin mixer like these where you have quarter-turn head parts and individually control your hot and cold water inlet. Or you could have a proper traditional pillar tap like this. The last alternative is a single lever basin mixer where you can control your temperature with one single motion.
What needs to be considered when it comes to the functionality of taps in the kitchen?
Functionality in the kitchen is critical. Having a single lever mixer which you can open and close with one hand is very handy.
This Cobra mixer with pull-out spray is a versatile kitchen tap.
Many kitchens have more than one basin these days. Having a spout that can swivel between basins is very handy. You can fill one at a time.
Well, there you have it. Local is lacquer, and very soon our Winner Home Grand Prize apartment winner will be enjoying these taps for many years to come.
This 5-bedroom house on the Brettonwood Coastal Estates in KZN boasts a country-style kitchen that's big on easy living.
The kitchen really is the heart of the home and the most valued and important room in any house. Is it true that agents bake cookies to make a home smell better when they do a show house?
Yeah, it really reminds people of home and it reinforces those positive memories you had of your childhood. And if it's done tastefully, it can really help you get the deal for the house that you're trying to sell.
And what are the elements in the kitchen that add value?
Well, I mean, the kitchen, first of all, is definitely the most important room in the house. Buyers on private property, the first thing they want to see is the kitchen. And it's things like the great finishes, the appliances, the storage space. I mean, stuff you wouldn't really think about, but things that are so critical to making that purchasing decision. And the kitchen has it all. The kitchen is a little bit of an entertainment space, convenience space, show-off space. So it's very, very important to people.
This is a more traditional kitchen. It has a nice warm and homely feel. There's a lot of attention to detail. And I think that the flow from the kitchen out to the dining room complements the house as a whole.
A short distance down the coast, a minimalist modern kitchen with sharp, clean lines reveals a whole new look.
Hi guys.
Hi Tim.
Cindy, how are they?
How's it going, Tim?
Simon, how's it?
Oh, the food smells amazing. And I love that you are able to cook right here in your kitchen while socializing with your guests in the dining room. So for me, open plan kitchens are the best. But when talking about kitchen and dining room areas, what are people currently looking for?
Certainly browsers on private property spend most of their time looking at the shots of the kitchen. I mean, the kitchen is becoming critically important to making any kind of purchasing decision around a home. It's the finishes. I mean, people want to see modern finishes. They want to see classic design. They want to see it coming more and more into the space. One of the trends that's certainly happening is men being more and more involved in the kitchen. Once a domain of women, you're seeing a lot of men cooking, you're seeing a lot of men involved. And I think that's driving not only kitchen design, but the amount of money that's being invested in the kitchen is going up and up every single year.
Absolutely, and I think people are also going for a much cleaner, more modern look. So as you can see in this kitchen, we've got a lovely walnut veneer, we've got also a nice clean, light quartzite countertop, and some glass just to add a bit of modern simplicity.
What portion of the value of a house does a kitchen contribute to?
People can spend as much as between 6 and 8% of the total build, which is a huge amount of money. But at the end of the day, it comes down to how it makes you feel. When you walk into a place, it's that X factor, that specialness about a place that's really going to make the difference between either buying it or not buying it.
Up next on Winner Home, out of their comfort zone, our 4 young designers are challenged to decorate their kitchen and then test drive it with a party for the judges.
Cobra taps and mixes, an integral part of our South African lives. Tile Africa, our home is your home.
A fresh coat of Plascon paint. A lot can change in 15 years. Your son will go to school. Love it. Hate it. Be uncool. Go old school and become super cool. There'll be this girl, that girl, more girls. He'll listen to pop, hip-hop, reggae, then rock. He'll grow hair here and there, grow whatever that is. He'll join a band, expand, get fans, dabble in this and that, move back, unpack and study. All before you have to paint again. Choose Plascon, the only paint with a 15-year quality guarantee.
Pull back the doors, open the drawers, get the good stuff out. The Samsung Food Showcase Refrigerator. The food you love at your fingertips.
Out of the darkness, into a marvelous light. From lowest of low to the highest high.
Showcasing homes from every corner of our remarkable country. Visit Private Property now on your smartphone or tablet.
Welcome back to Winner Home. It's our aspiring designers' last chance to impress in their final decor challenge, the kitchen. This time they not only have to decorate a room, but they also have to host a party for the judges to celebrate the completion of their apartments.
The designers' mentors have given a different budget per room, from the 250,000 Rand kitty for each apartment. Jonathan Abnon's mentor, Ntabi Taukobong, has turned up the heat with only 6,000 Rand allocated.
The kitchen is great by itself, so my focus this week is just going to be to add a few key select decor elements. One of the key items that I want to include in my kitchen is going to be a drinks tray, because I have a limited budget, every single item that I am going to get is obviously going to be very carefully selected. And as such, I've decided to really shop around for my drinks tray. I started at one store and found a really great option, but I thought because there were going to be so few items in my kitchen, let me rather shop around and make sure that what I'm getting is perfectly suited to the space. I then went into another store and found the absolutely perfect handcrafted African tray, which I think really complements the theme and I think will work really well in the space.
Helping Jonathan with his paint selection is Katlego Kondlo from Plascon.
I see you've decided to use Plascon's double velvet for your feature wall. Great choice. And I also love the fact that you've selected to use our kitchens and bathrooms product, because it's a very specific product designed for kitchens and bathrooms for the requirements. Because you need a product that's going to accommodate the fluctuating temperatures, but as well as being super washable, because in a kitchen you're often cleaning your walls.
Yeah, I agree.
It's actually formulated to be 10 times more washable than your standard water-based product. It's also steam, heat and chip resistant, which is great for that area. It's formulated with microshield. Now what that does is it prevents the growth of mold and fungi, especially for kitchens and bathrooms that are exposed to a lot of moisture, and that will be great for this area.
Implementation day is relatively easier this week, as I did have a limited budget. There wasn't a lot of items, but I think it was important in the greater scheme of things because it is the last space that I am decorating in the apartment, and so I did want it to be a perfect complement to everything, not only because it is an open plan space, but because it is the last chance for me to really impress the judges and the viewers and really stamp my mark on the apartment.
For his party preparations, Jonathan turns to his Samsung Galaxy Note Pro.
Knowing that we have to host a cocktail party for the judges, I obviously want to give them a fitting send-off, being that it's the final challenge. I've downloaded a really useful app onto my Note Pro, which has really nice drinks recipes, which will be, I think, the perfect complement to my cocktail party for the judges. It's great to be able to welcome everybody into a finished space. Of course, I want them to love and enjoy the kitchen, but to just finally be able to absorb and appreciate all the work that I've put into the apartment in general is really nice.
And as they say, time flies when you're having fun.
Can you people believe that it is at the end of the competition? It seemed like yesterday it started. Jonathan, this is absolutely amazing. They've all been amazing, but gosh, this is a stunning, stunning home.
I agree, Kim. I mean, I was amazed, Jonathan. I was so impressed, and I think what really resonated with me was I can see that you have experience and that you have a real eye for detail.
Thanks, Sammy. I appreciate that.
Jonathan, I have to agree with both the judges. Your overall performance has been incredible. You've kept a very high standard, and you certainly do have an eye for detail, and you definitely have a future in this.
Thanks, Miles.
Jonathan.
Cheers, Jonathan.
Cheers.
Mentor Amanda Elliott allocates Lisa Scholz 23,000 Rand for her water-themed apartment. It's the biggest budget this time, but still a design challenge, as the kitchen must gel with the open plan space.
Just got briefed about the kitchen, having a look around. I'm very excited. I've already got a few ideas in mind, so I can't wait to get out of here and get shopping. Having toned down things a little bit in the lounge, I've decided to bring my quirky style into the kitchen again by using wooden cutting boards and maybe using them as shelving on the side of the kitchen. I think it makes it interesting, and I'm using something in a different way. I've just been to this French-inspired store, and they've got beautiful mock birdcage that's got a little drawer and a mirror at the back with shelving, so I thought that can be quite nice to use as a spice rack. Using the Netbank app is very handy, especially with my budget. Even though it's big, I don't want to get out of control, so it's nice to keep track of everything.
It's all about visual harmony and flow in an open space. So Lisa has opted for the Plascon color she used in the living room, with the appropriate name, Storm, that fits her aquatic theme.
Fitting up the shelves is really easy. Anyone can do it. You just have to buy brackets at a hardware store and screw them in, and you've got shelves. Still sticking to my water theme, obviously the color of Storm in my kitchen on the walls. I've used beautiful big pictures of frozen berries. It brings in the water element again. And to pick up the color of the berries, we've used coral cushions on the kitchen chairs just to bring that theme and tie the colors together.
Lisa preps for her finale under the watchful eye of her mentor, Amanda.
I've decided to bring in a fun element into the kitchen by using the ceramic deer in the top window of my kitchen. I think it just brings in the fun element we used in the bathroom and the bedroom, and I just think they're a very nice touch. I'm going to host the judges, and obviously I want to impress them and get some unique recipe ideas. I'm using my Samsung Note Pro, and to search for the recipes I'm using the multi-screen function. This way I can have a look at the sweet and the savory treats I want to offer them. The judges are arriving. Amanda and I have been quite busy getting everything ready and setting up the beautiful settings. We've done personalized napkins for them, so I'm hoping that will win me some points. So we're busy serving them mini cheesecakes, small tacos on spoons, done a beautiful fruit and champagne drink. I think they're having a lot of fun, and it's just nice to host them in my apartment.
This looks amazing. Lisa, it's been an absolute privilege to see you in action. Your finishes have always been beautifully elegant, and it's been great seeing you come through each and every design that you've put out for us. I really do wish you all the best, and keep up the wonderful work.
Lisa, I couldn't agree more. There's something that I love, that your style is consistent, whether it's your food, your impeccable dress, and your beautiful home. And I love that in a future designer, is that there seems to be such a strong Lisa in every element of your style. You are going to go such a long way in this industry.
What an awesome touch. I love this, and I love your attention to detail. It's probably the thing that I find so appealing about your style of design. And the spread that you've put out today for us is amazing. And if it were me, I would move in here tomorrow.
With 100,000 Rand on the table and a chance to be a preferred designer for Steyn City, which contestant will steam ahead?
To stand a chance of winning 50,000 Rand from Nedbank, remember to vote online for your favorite designer at winnerhome.tv.
Plascon Double Velvet, the washable and stain-resistant paint. Now with a 15-year quality guarantee. Plascon, paint with imagination.
Life is about being more savvy with your money, like when you're buying a house.
My dream house, Dad.
Hi. Hi. We'll make an offer.
Great. No!
Subject to bond approval.
It could take weeks.
Eugene, you can beat them. With Nedbank, you get online bond approval within hours.
But it's Sunday.
No problem. You can do it anytime, anywhere.
Yes. Yes. Oh, my precious.
Make online bond approval within hours happen. Visit any Nedbank today.
Today is the day. There are things to be made. Pull back the doors, open the drawers, get the good stuff out. Open, close. Open, close. Set the table. Make it nice. Fork to the left, knife to the right. The Samsung Food Showcase Refrigerator. The food you love at your fingertips.
Ned Revolve. To access the additional funds paid into your home loan account, SMS HOME to 30755. Nedbank Home Loans in association with Winner Home.
Let's see how our designer contestants are holding up under the heat of our kitchen decor challenge.
Will Jason Sandow stretch his 10,000 Rand budget from mentor Stephen Falk to create a kitchen in sync with the rest of his earth-themed apartment?
I need to find a way to tie my lounge and my dining room to my kitchen. I have a lot of ideas, but I need to make sure that the ideas that I have, it doesn't clash with what I did in my dining room and with my lounge. I have a 3D wall in my lounge and my dining room, so finding something that complements that will be slightly challenging, but I'm up for the challenge.
Jason has downloaded a handy app that shows just how your paint and wallpaper choices will pan out.
It's nice to have Stephen around for shopping, but I really want to get his opinion on Donald's place of occupation, getting a wallpaper. And his advice was invaluable as always, and just giving me something to think about to contribute to what I want to do in my kitchen. And I think that having gone shopping with him, I'm that much more confident in what I'm going to do. So what I want to do is the one wall that goes over the door in the kitchen. I want to do a wallpaper on that wall. That's why I chose this, because I think it perfectly ties what I did in my lounge with my kitchen, even with a similar color scheme.
Using this paper, you have to use it on a wall that doesn't need that much cleaning, because, it's something that when it comes to a grass paper, and the texture and the feel is wonderful, but you can't really clean it.
So Stephen was concerned about me using wallpaper over the stove because of the oil splatters, which makes sense, but I really want to use the wallpaper that I had, and it's not easily washable. So I chose to move where I was going to use the wallpaper and put it over the taps, so there's no oil splatters at all, and I still get to use the wallpaper that I want to use. So it's a win-win on both sides. The key things that Stephen has spoken to me about was to make the space welcoming. And also that we have some nice natural light coming into my kitchen, so I shouldn't block that with too much decoration and too much flower pots and stuff like that. So I can wear what I want to do on the back of his advice.
Jason opts to serve what he calls delicious earthly fruits to whet the judges' appetites.
I think what I've really enjoyed is seeing your personal influence on this design grow steadily throughout the program.
Jason, you've put in a really good effort over the weeks. We've seen you improve from week to week, and we can see that you're quite proud of your work, so thank you for putting in the effort.
Jason, out of all the 4 designers, I know that you've probably been the most out of your comfort zone. And I think based on that, I've become so impressed with watching this person develop and become who you have. I think that you need to follow this passion. I think you need to make a career out of it. I mean, you should be really proud of yourself.
I'm so proud of myself, from where I came from to the growth and the process, so I'm so happy with where I am. So I'm excited for what the future holds, excited for the doors that will open as a result of this. So give me a call if you need work to be done.
Donald Ngumalo has been given a slim budget of 7,000 Rand by mentor Abilene Brody. Air is his theme, but will he be able to make something from virtually nothing?
I look at my kitchen and the first thing I think about is that it needs to be practical, obviously. And then I think, it needs to be nostalgic because it has been quite a special moment in my life. So I'm thinking about a few ideas of what to do. I'm shopping for bar stools. I'm looking for the minimalist look, which I've figured out has been my look. I didn't even know that I was a minimalist, but now I know, thank you. I know that I'm a minimalist and I can go forth and multiply. But I'm looking for bar stools that are not there. They need to disappear into the background. So I'm looking for something white, sleek, shiny.
Having sourced suitable stackable stools for his kitchen's breakfast bar, Donald decides to go the extra creative mile.
I am painting my plates with various icons which really stood out from each challenge. From my bedroom, you'll see the cube, which represents my 4-poster bed, which was such a challenge to get from Cape Town at the time. And then from my bathroom, which was also a challenge that I won, I found it really apt to paint the Casablanca, which is a pattern from my ceiling, but also on the biggest plate, the flying men, which represent the wind element. And then you've got the feather with the chief's head. And then you've got a clock that Abilene, my mentor, painted, because every single time I spoke to her, she said to me, "Do you have the time to do this?" And so it's really apt that Abilene is painting the clock. And from my study, you've got the 2 birds flying. Those are the canaries you see on the table. So each plate is really special and completely comes from a special place in my heart.
This is our final challenge together, and Donald couldn't have picked a better person for him, and I couldn't have picked a better person for me. I've loved working with him. I think he is absolutely phenomenal. He is going to go out into the industry and he's going to knock their socks off. He's amazing. He's so talented, and he's also a go-getter. He just gets things done. He's amazing.
It's so great to host the judges because we don't really hang out with these judges. And so to have Kim, Maps, and Tammy Menton in my house, and for them to see me in the space that I've designed, and for them to sort of feel what I wanted the space to feel like, is amazing.
Donald, as always, fresh in terms of your ideas, clean lines, simple, and unbelievably stylish. Well done, it's amazing.
Stylish indeed. I love your space. I love the way you've interpreted your theme. This is the kind of apartment that I think any person would feel happy to move in here.
Donald, I think it's fair to say that you've perfected the art of minimalism. You've done it very well, and the fact that you've won 3 challenges speaks volumes of just how hard you've worked, and we've really enjoyed watching you work. So congratulations and everything.
Oh, thank you so much. You've all said such sweet things. I think you all deserve a cupcake. It's as light as air. Go ahead.
Absolutely. It's a sweet finale for the last of our decor challenges. The judges, interior design guru Kim Hutton, head of marketing for Stain City Tammy Menton, and presenter Mas Maponyane cast their votes for who whipped up the best kitchen. They decided unanimously on Lisa for her use of space and statement pieces.
Who was your flavor of the moment? Have your say by voting online at winnerhome.tv and stand a chance of winning 50,000 Rand from Nedbank. Remember, Each and every entry into our weekly competitions puts you into the draw for our grand prize apartment, a Mercedes-Benz C-Class or 2 100-gram gold bars. Entries close at midnight Thursday the 6th of November, and all winners will be announced on Thursday the 13th of November.
This week, one lucky viewer stands in line to win a brand new laptop, plus high-speed, reliable and stable internet connectivity with data for 12 months courtesy of Telkom. Tomorrow starts today. To win, enter online at winnerhome.tv or SMS the keyword Telkom followed by your name to 33764. That's 33764. Each and every entry puts you in the grand prize draw. Good luck.
Winner Home, proudly connected by Telkom Broadband. The best address on TV is inspired by private property. Start your search for property now on privateproperty.co.za.